university.
Yeah.
10 days will be more or less enough.
Yeah, and no excuses, right?
Yeah, nothing to do during those 10 days. Let's see. Maybe the situation will change by September.
Let's see after 15th what happens.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Okay, we're live, by the way, on YouTube. So if you are not comfortable, so you can turn off your videos. So it's easier for me to. I found it so that to do the live session, so then I don't have to upload it again. So people can watch us on YouTube as well. Okay, so let's start, right?
Okay.
So, hello everyone. Yeah, hello everyone. Yeah, again. So we have very unique webinar today, and I'm sure that we will learn something new, but also have lots of fun. So we have Rohatoy Boltaeva again with us. So as you remember, she's a current evening scholar doing her master's degree in the UK. So she will share about how to use dance in English language teaching. Okay, thank you. Over to you.
Okay. So let me share my screen. I just shared it. What you can see now. Can you see the presentation slides?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we can see.
Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Rohatoy Boltaeva, and I'm super excited to see you all in this webinar, my colleagues and my former students and webinar attendees. And this webinar is organized by Mentor Hub, and all credits go to Nodropai.
Oh no, that's
for organizing such a sharing and caring community.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and today we'll be talking about the dance in the classroom, benefits and goals of using dance in the English language context. And of course, we will be exploring some language activities related to it. Okay. So how it all started, to be honest, being an insider to Kharesim culture, I have grown up to listening to Lazgi dance and dancing to this incredibly lively type of dance since my early childhood. And starting from the kindergarten stages to school performances devoted to national celebrations, I used to dance as a central figure in big choreographic performances. However, sadly enough, this passion of mine had to come to its end as I started to grow older. And in my teenage years, my parents didn't allow me to participate in such performances, let alone dance at the wedding ceremonies as well. It's just because of the misinterpretation of this word rakosa in Uzbek context, and they used to tell me likilash, how it's called in in English, I don't know that, but they say that if you this kind of thing does not suit a grown-up girl. And I said okay, and changed my dance performances into song performances during my bachelor degree and master degree years. Then I started teaching students on the subject, like video lesson, we used to call it at World Languages University. And there I had a chance to choose my own videos, own movies to teach English and design some activities related to it. And there I intentionally chose those VCR cassettes with the movies which has some dance element and song elements in it. And then we started to have fun doing different activities during those video lessons. And then the preset curriculum came into play, which made the video lessons obsolete. And of course, the whole technology like VCR and big TV boxes became obsolete as well. And then, what really made me to deep dive into my passion again was my maternity leave years, where I started to do my lovely activity with my kids, who were 5, 4, and 2-year old at that very time. So there was this song called Gangnam Style. It became hit, and my kids really loved dancing to it. And I was there to teach how to dance, how to make any kind of movements based on this very dance. And we really enjoyed having spent this time together. And at the same time, I used to teach university applicants in my house, doing home tutorials, teaching grammar to them. And I thought to myself, why not to implement this kind of technique into the language teaching classroom rather than having boring grammar classes? And then I did design the activities related to it, and the students performed, did the poster presentations and different sort of activities, which resulted me my writing the proposal for USTI conference. And actually, that was the last USTI conference I took part. Afterwards, I think there was no any conference related to USTI funding, but there were other conferences which was organized by different organizations later on. And then this workshop was successful, and I decided to take some insights and implications and refine this workshop again. And I wrote another proposal for TESOL Arabia and ITFL, which was as a result of which I won the creativity scholarship within that proposal to attend the ITFL's 50th anniversary in Birmingham, UK. And so you might be wondering, why dance? What it has to do with the language teaching? Well, it is also considered to be a living language, which is capable of expressing an infinite number of thoughts, hopes, and possibilities. And using dance in the classroom actually can have a different, huge impact on the students' development in terms of teaching them using different kinds of learning styles by applying kinesthetic, tactile activities, especially. Although dance is considered to be an expression of culture, like many other topics such as food, traditions, and culture, different kinds of, holidays. This has really been used in the EFL teaching context as a teaching tool. And I suppose that it should be used as a teaching tool because it has several benefits. For example, it provides the learners the powerful connections with the vocabulary development, and it can engage students in ways where they can develop and gain the functional control of the language their phonological skills, grammar chunks, sentence stress, intonation, rhythm, and gesture, and other paralinguistic features can be developed using this. And there are certain benefits which I believe can help the children to improve their performances in 3 different ways. Firstly, dance can benefit children educational in educational way because it can gain the energy for their academic work, and this kind of dance exercises stimulate their visual thinking and perception, which can help the process of the right brain. And it can be also the good source for creative ideas. And secondly, it can help students to improve their health issues because it can keep the body and mind, brain active. It also keeps muscles and joints healthy. And last but not least, it can help students to overcome their shyness by making them more confident to meet new people and make new friends. And so the purpose of using dance in the language classroom develops students' creativity and imagination, as it has been told in the benefits. And it can also develop students' language skills through meaningful context. And of course, it can develop students' cultural competence. As you know, every dance evolved through ancient times based on the people's living conditions and lifestyles. And in this sense, different kinds of dance movements are involved in expressing this or that meaning. So therefore, for example, you can see here the Indian hand movement. So with the help of their hands, they can express different feelings by showing different figures of the animals or any such expressions. And I can see there are participants who are taking part in this webinar from different parts of the world. Can I have 5 volunteers to speak about, show their hands gestures in their dances and tell us what they actually mean? You can unmute yourselves and say a couple of words. So for example, this kind of hand movement we have in Uzbek dance, and this actually means the flower. It has 2 different types. So this is the meaning of flower. Okay.
I wish I could, but French people, they don't have I don't know their traditional dance, so I'm so sorry, I can't tell you.
But still, Rayhan, you know our original dances, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell us whatever expressions or dance moves you know?
Well, when we dance, in the song, there is the word about hair. They show their hair or shape of their eyes or their face, you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Who else? Nobody else?
Hello. Can I share my viewpoint about dancing?
Okay.
I'm Yuldash Vazayna from Kharezm, Urgench State University.
Okay.
Actually, it's very how can I say, range of movements in dancing. For example, especially Kharazm dance. For example, shaking the hands, or just like this sound,
Yeah.
like this, or if I say about the dancing system in Lazgi, this is a total of showing the emotional expression, starting from the
Okay.
side to the end.
Yeah.
And it's also divided into different parts of the religion dance. For example, the Kashkadarya, Sukhandaya, they have their special dancing style, which also
Okay.
show their own culture, their own unique system of the dancing.
Yeah. Okay. Can you tell us some specific movements of dance?
Uh,
Like you mentioned just shaking the hands, right?
and also, how can I show it? I don't know. It's
So
somehow difficult.
okay.
I should, or I may say one example. For example, in Khawarizm, we may say bedya or tavak and dancing on it, for example. Or padnis, oddi padnis böyle diyor.
Yeah,
O
yeah.
uşağın üstüne çıkıp kımırlamastan oynar. Böyle
Traveling.
ben bu, this is the one kind of the talent of dancing, and showing that how the perfect movement can the dancer can do, even staying on the plate, or just say on this.
Yes, you're right. Horizon dance, especially Lasgi, was originated since ancient times, and it's actually 3,000 years old. And why do people shake their hands and all the body? Because of the cold weather at those very times. It was quite cold, and they used to dance shaking. That's why it was such a lively dance. Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
So it was
else?
to warm up.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
Okay.
yeah.
Let's move on then. So if we talk about the Uzbek dance movement, what actually they mean, so there are three different dance schools which exist in Uzbekistan, and each of them have their own specific dance moves. And the classical Uzbek dances just deal with the generalized themes for emotions, like they can express happiness and grief, joy and sorrow, life and death, the light and the beauty of the nature. So Uzbek dance is basically originated since the ancient times, as we have mentioned, and it is characterized by the elegant movements of the upper body, and the arm movements range from the beautiful arcs across the head to fluid sweeps across the body, and they are complemented by hand gestures and wrist circles, and the chin and shoulders. They serve to accentuate the music and the beats of it. And the Uzbek dance is fluid and travels across the stage. It incorporates twirls and different types of spins, but it doesn't resemble a ballet or any type of lyrical dances due to the absence of the jumps and periods. And while this Uzbek dances can be performed in solo, it can also serve as a group performances by forming the beautiful mosaic of geometrically staged movement and color. And so there are different goals of using the dance topic in the English language classroom. The first goal is it develops students' knowledge about dances of different cultures. It can also develop the students' receptive skills for the purpose of listening to the talks of choreographers. They can listen to the dancers, directors, and dance critics. And for reading activities, they can read about the articles about dance and histories of the different dances. So the third goal can be about developing students' productive skills for the purpose of presentations. They can do research, discussions during the class, and they can organize debates. And for reflective and creative writing, they can produce their original stories and original piece of works. And last goal can be, it can develop the students' dance skills and dance terminology for the purpose of rehearsals and performances. But before implementing this topic into the classroom, all the teachers should make sure that the students are familiar with the elements of dance. And it's better for you to take some notice of it, because later on you will be using some verbs, adjectives, and adverbs using these elements of dance. So they are not quite difficult words, which is related to time, space, energy, weight, body, and movement concepts. Okay, let's move on. So in my context, I was teaching the preset students year 2 and year 4. And then I decided to implement this topic to the year 2 preset curriculum on the subject called integrated skills. And I decided to, I was searching where to fit this topic, and I found the exact topic for January month, which is called cross-cultural communication. And it fit, this topic of dance fit exactly there, where I asked my students to produce the project work at the end of the month. Well, and then we have designed some vocabulary activities. We did try with my students. There were brainstorming activities, crossword, puzzle, and pantomime. And now I need just 3 volunteers to do this activity. All you need to do is think of any dance style existing in this world and pantomime it. So let me just scroll so that I can see you all. So 3 volunteers, please. All you need to do is to pick one dance style in the world. It doesn't have to be Uzbek dance. And then show it so that we can guess. What type of dance are you showing to us? Come on, don't be shy.
Nadira Isahmekhamedova is the first.
Arabian ballet dance.
You want me to dance belly dance?
No, you don't have to speak. You just need to show with the gestures so that we could guess what sort of dance are you showing to us.
Can I do the first one?
Okay,
I should
please.
show it.
Yeah, you should show it.
I should show it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Turn on your cameras.
Oh, wait a minute. In this case, I should just prepare myself.
I warned you, yeah, to put on your best dress.
Okay, come on, please.
Like this. How
Yeah.
can I show it? Arabian dance. What is it?
Did you show?
It's difficult actually. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did she show?
Arabian dance.
Yeah, you have already told about it. Okay, Delora, you wanna go second? Yes, please.
Okay. It is like this. It's like Bukhara dance.
Don't say it.
Okay.
Okay. Well done. Yes, Well done. Thank you. And the last one?
What about that one? It's very easy.
Okay, Motakon, we can't see you.
Сейчас. Вот так.
Is lasgi also considered a dance type?
Yeah,
of dance?
This
So,
is Indian dance.
Is it hip hop?
This is India. Now Indian dance.
Okay.
Indian dance.
Well
Yes.
done. Any more volunteers? No?
Lasgi.
Oh no. Lasgida boshqacha bo'ladi-yu, action boshqacha bo'ladi.
Okay.
I haven't seen from the
Thank
beginning,
you.
therefore.
Thank you so much for your participation. So now what I did at the ITFL workshop was giving these cards with the pictures to the participants by inviting them on the stage. There were 6 participants and they were given this sort of pictures. And now I'm going to show you what they did. And you can spot here the types of dance they were using. So pay attention to the first picture and you're going to tell me which dance style is missing.
Okay.
You can spot the differences. Now,
which style is missing?
Okay.
You should say this one. What
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should say?
So now pay attention to the second picture. So which dance style is missing here from the first one? What is the difference? So let me show you the first picture.
Okay.
Okay. So what is missing there?
Lasgi is missing, I guess.
No, the second picture you can see Lasgi.
Yes.
First picture.
Maybe salsa, yes, salsa.
Yeah, salsa. Tango and salsa is missing.
Yes.
Yeah. And in the fourth picture, what type of dance is this?
It is.
Opagana style.
Yeah. Yes, you are right. That is the Gangnam style. Okay, so when it comes to reading activities, we have read some articles about dance by practicing skimming, scanning, predicting and guessing, jigsaw activities. And what I did in the interactive workshop was reading and performing activity, which we are gonna do together with you. Okay, so I need one volunteer to read the instructions and all the others should follow the instructions by dancing whatever they see or whatever they hear on the screen, okay? Well, who is gonna read?
Can I read?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
And all the others, let's follow her instructions. Please, Delora.
Okay.
Read the instructions of traditional
No.
tourism.
Start from the starting position, as we cannot make semicircle here.
Make a semicircle or line. That's one.
So start from formation.
Okay.
Formation.
Make a semicircle or line.
Okay, it's not possible. We are not in the group.
Raise
So-
your
Yes.
right hand.
Okay.
And
Go.
while your head shaking it slightly. Good. Second step. Do the same step with your left
Okay.
hand. Good. Third one. Start trembling your fingers, slowly joining your arms and then moving shoulders up and down. Good. First, hands are slowly twisted, adjusting them to the tune.
That is the tune. Okay. Go on. Okay, twisting the hands. They should spin around, snapping the fingers,
And the fingers, shoulders, shaking, and
shaking shoulders. Then the whole body start dancing from slow movement, turning into more quickly rhythm actions.
So can we imagine these actions in teaching? I can't imagine it actually.
Okay, thank you so
Why
much.
not? I think that's perfect.
Thank you
That's so
for
much
your
fun.
participation. Yeah. So this
Thank
was a
you.
trial session in the classroom with the students. And above your head, shaking it slightly. Okay, step number 2. Do the same step with your left hand. Okay, step number 3. Start trembling your fingers slowly, joining your arms and then moving shoulders up and down. Okay. Step number 4. Hands are slowly twisted, adjusting them to the tune. Twisting the hand, they spin around, snapping the fingers, and shoulder shaking. And then the whole body starts dancing from slow. Okay, so they had real fun using this lasgi. And then we had this lasgi at a conference in Birmingham, as well as Saudi Arabia. The participants were wearing the chogurma, which I brought there, and having fun dancing to the dance lasgi tune. Okay, so it has beneficial significance for the students' performance as it boosts students' self-confidence, motivation and creativity, and lowers the students' anxiety and complexes. And even shy students become interested and really motivated to express themselves in a way that wasn't very much supported before. And we also did listening activities with video watching, listening to the podcasts, gap filling activities, information transfer activity, and matching. And there I just broke the students into groups in the first workshop. As for the ITFL, I put them into pairs. And the student A is supposed to read the card to student B, and where the student B has to perform whatever is heard in pairs. And now let's not perform this dance activity, but try to guess what sort of dance is being described in student A card. Can you please take 10 seconds to read and respond which dance is being described in student A card?
This is all our Uzbek dances, or it's
No, it's not. It's taken from all around the world because it was international audience where I presented.
Is it Arabic dance, the belly dance, the first?
Yes, that's the belly dance. Which words helped you to guess it?
Yeah. And it's like lift your arms and flex your stomach slightly. And
yes. The body parts.
The second one, hip hop.
Okay, let's guess the second one.
Hip hop.
No,
isn't it?
It's not hip hop. So the first one was given for them to perform the dance accordingly. As for the second one, you didn't guess it. It was
Oppan Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
It was the Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Gangnam
so
Style.
how come you know this is the Gangnam Style? Can you guess the specific just phrases and expressions which is related to Gangnam Style here? Can you find? Hold the reins. Hold the reins is the signal word. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. So now let's move to other activities. Well, by the way, this is the picture of the Gangnam Style dance in the workshop of Thistle, Arabia. And the photo beneath is the ITFL workshop, a pair work, where they are performing the belly dance. Okay, so this is the group activity which I did in Thistle, Arabia. You can spot the people dancing Lasgi. Okay. So actually, dance has a great impact on 8 different intelligences, and Gardner designed this multiple intelligences wheel, where the dance can help to develop logical, mathematical intelligence, where you count 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, during the dance teaching, and it can also develop your musical intelligence, where you will become the music smart. It can also develop bodily kinesthetic intelligence, helping especially kinesthetic learners, where you can touch different objects, and in this sense your body, and then in such a way it can develop the other intelligences like spatial intelligence. You can see, feel the nature, and intra and extra personal intelligence, as we have already mentioned. It can develop your mental health, your personality, and of course linguistic intelligence. This is what it is related to teaching the language. You will become word smart, develop vocabulary activities. Well, when it comes to speaking activities, we also organize the discussions and debates, role plays, story making, and story presentation. And in the workshop, we have done this activity, which is called the story writing, where participants were given these nouns and verbs to create the story in 5 minutes. And then after they have finished their piece of writing, they were welcomed to the stage to perform this story as a dance, which was perfectly done. They also, students have written the reflection journals. For the beginning, I have given them the 5 groups domain, where I asked them to do some research on the culture. So to make it more engaging, the students should include visual aids once it's done. For the products, they can write the instruments of some particular dance, or write about the dance costumes, music, and places where it can be performed. As for the practices, they should mention the ways of talking this particular dance, and how do we dance. Let's give the connections, movements, and expressions should be explained there. As for the perspectives, the values and beliefs related to this particular type of dance should be exposed. And when it comes to the persons, the different people who is involved in this dance, or famous people, dance professionals, can be included here to write. And lastly, for communities, different associations, different clubs and organizations can be described thoroughly. And I also changed the book review and movie review, which I used to do with my students, into dance review. All they had to do was to watch one performance, which is professionally done on TV or anywhere in their real life. And they need to break it into 3 groups. And in the introduction, they have to name of the dance. They have to write and performance and the origin of it. And then in the body, they should write the plot of the dance, how it's performed, positive and negative feelings about that performed dance. And in the conclusion, they should give their specific conclusions and their suggestions, recommendations on how to improve the dance. And once they have done this, their project works, they need to write reflective writing, where they need to describe what dance they have performed and what sort of reactions and feelings they have felt. And they should evaluate their own performance by doing analysis and giving conclusions. And then at the end, they should do their personal action plan. So what they are going to do if they perform this dance once again for the next time. And as a project work, they have handed in the different booklets, books, which were designed by themselves, where they included the history of the dance, clothes related to dance, a step of the performance, songs which can be used to dance this very dance, and the students' photos were included in it. And the students also have done the poster presentations, and here you can spot the USTI conference, the very first conference in 2014, where I gave this workshop. You can spot yourselves if there is any of you in the picture. And there is a student, one of the students' project works, where I can show. So if I'm not mistaken, it's Andijan polka. I divided my students into 5 groups, representing 5 different types of dance.
Pakistan State Foreign Languages University, and we are going to show you the steps of Andijan polka, and you will learn by watching this video. Let's begin our training.
The first step. Move on with your right foot. Clap your hands and at the same time turn around. Good. The second step, lean your left side with your right shoulder and dig the soil with your hands turn by turn. Turn by turn.
So in such a way they gave instructions.
Okay.
And then at the end they perform a professional dance. You can also join all of the steps. Actually, students professional dancing. So they also made Bucharest style, Surkhan style, and Horizon style, but I'm afraid if the links won't work. Oh, can you see?
Yes.
Is it working?
No, we cannot click on them. You will have to copy them and put it in the chat box.
Okay. But can you hear the voice?
We could. The one that you played, yes, we could.
Okay, then there is. You can watch it by yourselves then.
Yes, please. So yeah, you can share that after, right? So we can.
Yes.
Yeah, I will share with everyone. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So in such a way, they performed the dance perfectly well, and it was incredibly helpful for them to realize their hidden talents. And so the students were so indulged in the dances that they ended up creating their more pieces, which is related to other types of dancing throughout the world. For instance, Korean and Indian traditional dances, as well as modern dances, were performed as well with their own initiative, even though I didn't ask them to do this kind of project. Okay, now it's time to do our last activity with you, creating and inventing a new type of dance. So you need to think of one sentence where you need to include adjective, a verb, and the adverb to create one particular dance movement. And then we will combine 5 people's sentences all together to produce one type of dance right now. In the workshop, we used to do it in a paper, one small paper, by exchanging it, folding it each time they passed to each other. There were all in all 5 different dance styles, but now we're going to have just one type of dance style by adding one sentence each. Okay, so I need 5 volunteers again to create a sentence. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to write down a sentence using one verb, adjective, and adverb. Please start.
Maybe it would be easy if you give example.
Okay, so just like before, we had some instructions, yeah? Raise your hands high and shake it slightly. So this kind of sentence can be the first sentence. Okay. Okay, are we ready? So please, who will go first? So we already have it on the chat box, right?
Yes.
Okay, now let's everyone try to perform it from the beginning, starting from the first one. If I'm not mistaken, it's Matarhan Hojaeva. Okay, let's perform her actions. Shake your fingers very fast, everyone. So Christine Smart, nod your head up and down. Okay, sit on the right leg. Martina Saliva. Rima Satlikova, shake your shoulders. And then the Laurent Sultanova, move your body like a fish. Okay, and Zainab Yuldasheva, jump from one side to another, fast. Okay, so now let's name this kind of dance performance. How shall we name it? What kind of style is it?
Mentor half.
Mentor half, yeah, well done.
It's a new style.
Yes, it's a new dance style which is
I
called
know, we
mentor
even
half
have a dance, wow.
Yes. So you needed to invent your own dance here. Okay, thank you. And now let's move on. We almost finished it, the webinar. Okay. So why did it start from the beginning? Okay, so does any of you use a dance as a teaching tool in your experience?
No.
No.
Not yet?
No,
Maybe
no, not yet.
you'll start
It's
using them. Okay, so we are moving once again.
It's very useful information for me, and I'll try to use it during my working process.
Which level of students are you teaching now?
Yes.
Are they elementary? Which level students are you teaching?
Young learners. Young learners.
Young learners. Oh, young learners especially enjoy it quite very
love.
much.
They just. Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, and in such a way that once they have finished their project works, I talked to the dean and we just made some certificates for their active participation and gave it away to them. And in such a way that, in conclusion, I would like to say that these above mentioned activities can open doors to the discovery of the unrealized talents and interests of the students, which can support their problem-solving skills, collaboration, and other communication skills in a fresh and provocative ways, right? And through the process of learning the dance culture, students become more confident in their ability to express themselves, and they will become much more confident and self-conscious, and they can also deal the problems with the non-identification with any type of culture. And also this webinar was focused on Lasgi dance only. This can be used by any teacher, regardless whatever level students they teach, who would like to combine language and culture in a manner that appeals to many different types of learning styles. And nowadays I'm just continuing this passion of mine by doing the research on my field, which is called design thinking. And I'm applying design artifacts to creating the Uzbek dance museum. And I've already sent out the survey on my first prototype then I have created the second prototype based on the views and implications and insights from the first one, which I'm really grateful for you all who took part in my survey. And these are the designs of the Uzbek Dance Museum, which I would like you to complete my survey. At the end, I will just send out the link of the survey to the Mental Hub so that I could finish this by this week. Okay, thank you very much. You are totally free to ask any questions if you have any.
Thank you so much. There were so many thanks in the chat room. Like it was really blast. I think we all enjoyed it so much, and it is really something very new to everybody. I think like I was also thinking, how can you do that, right? How can you incorporate dance into English language teaching? But you gave us excellent examples, and I think especially during these, difficult times, dance therapy might be, what the doctor prescribed, right? So I think it would be really good to boost our mental health, right? Positive thinking and boost our energy.
Yeah, exactly. I have read some facts about the doctors who are dancing, performing for their passions, which can really boost their saturation levels to 90% even. Yeah. There was some sort of research, and during these COVID times, I also participated in the solitary actions, which is organized by the Uzbek and British Society here in London, where we have donated some amount of money, and where they organize Zoom classes every Sunday, and we used to dance to different types of Uzbek dance. I also learned myself a lot of things from them. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Okay, please.
That you are sharing with such how to say, motivated, also not for students, even for teachers, for us, it's too motivated that you are sharing with these materials, because it's really useful and it's really productive materials which you are giving, which you are presenting, and which you are sharing with us. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I continue. I had a question.
Okay, Rahon, please.
Thank you very much. It was very, very original. I've never seen such a combining a dance with a classroom. It was so original for me. My question is like for the duration. For example, if I want to teach my students at class, I teach English. So how long does it take me to start, like how many months or how many classes, so that I can include in my lesson plan, like till the project, like, the...
Okay, you mean teaching dance, making the students from the beginner level to professional level, you mean that?
No, I mean like if I include it in my program, in my teaching program.
Okay, so all you need to do, you need to tweak. You have to make some tweaks, some changes into some curriculum based on the students' level and based on the regulations of your institutions. You can write the curriculum for yourself based on the topics given there. Just like in my case, I just try to fit the dance topic into the already existing topic, which is called cross-cultural communication.
Yeah, and just to clarify, it was for 1 month, once a week, right? Integrated skills.
Yes,
the project. Yeah, so I think that's what she was asking.
Yeah,
so
this is the initiator of the project. Thank you, Nadrapa.
No, yeah.
Yeah. It took 1 month, only 4 lessons we have made this, but it actually takes much more than that in order to become professional in dance.
Right.
Hello.
Yeah. Sure. Just to clarify,
dancing English teacher. Thank you very much.
Hello, Nazmapa. Halimapa, how are you?
I use it to live opposite Indian Cultural Center and see every day before lockdown how they grab our audience with English explanation how to dance. I think that upon returning from your study, you can be the prima dance at this Indian Cultural Center with the Uzbek dances. I hope so. And you see, dividing national dances is good for Uzbek, but something creates Uzbek national dance for all the audience with Queen English, not in English like Indians do. I dream about that, Rohata. I never seen you in person, but the topic is so wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you. But I have met you several times during UST conferences, Halimopa. I know you personally.
Yeah. Halimopa is a star.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to continue my thought is, yeah, Rohata is kind of assuming that everybody knows what is preset and what is, I think, integrated skills. Do you want me to explain, like, for 1 month, it's 4 classes per month, and they work on one project, and usually it is divided into steps, like first lesson, usually, no matter what project it is, right? So it's kind of input, teacher can, in this case, can show different dance types, right? Like Rohata was sharing, right? You can discuss that. And then the second, for example, week, you can, the first week you can divide them into groups, right? And then give the task. And then second week, they may start working in their groups, and then you may help with the language they need, for example, right? Lesson 3, you may work on, I don't know, design or some creativity stuff. And then lesson 4, they're supposed to present their projects. So this is kind of the steps that we were implementing for each project work. And integrated skills was kind of comprised of all project works throughout the year. So there were.
Yeah, thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, Rohata. It was very wonderful. I think as I told, I teach at the university, but it's somehow difficult to teach the theme with the dance. But I think it would be great if I use it as a warm-up activity for a starting point of the lesson, in order to motivate them, in order to provide lively atmosphere in the classroom. I think this works good. Thank you.
Yeah, you can choose as a warm-up activity as well, related to the
It-
topic,
it-
whatever words you're gonna teach. Yeah, if you combine the word with the gestures, it will be easy for them to remember them.
Right.
Yeah, because none of the themes, none of the course, there is some, the requirements for that we can use the dancing. That's why it would be better to use as a one part of the class, like 10 minutes or 15 minutes as an introductory part of the class.
Yeah, why not? It's also considered to be as a part of culture, just like any other topics. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the language, right? The giving instructions, it's necessary competence. It's also separate competence, being able to give clear instructions, right? So like they're teaching it to others, so it's perfectly fits like into this language.
Yeah, even you can teach grammar, like using imperative mood, adjectives, adverbs, and other types, which I did in my case. First of all, in my first experience with university applicants, I taught grammar using the stamps.
Right. Great. Yeah. Thanks, Christine.
Bye,
yeah.
Christine.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thanks for joining us today. Yeah. Thank you so much. I think we all enjoyed this a lot. Any other questions?
No questions. Just super.
Yeah, Munajat Shakarova. Yeah. So, what kind of difficulties did you face when explaining Lasgi? Okay, so I just designed the Lasgi activity for the foreigners, for the diverse group in the workshop, and I didn't face any difficulty except they did wrong movements because they were not exposed to Lasgi itself. Even though you say them, tell them how to shake their hands and tremble their fingers or whatever, they do it in their own style. That's why it was difficult concept for them. And as for the next question, what world dance type do you love most? Okay, so I have the preference to the Uzbek dance styles, especially Lasgi, as I have told, it has become a passion of mine since my early childhood. But I also used to watch different types of Indian movies where I used to dance accordingly, whatever the professional actresses show on the screen. I try to repeat all the actions. Yeah.
There was one more question earlier, and I think that's a really good question, was about what about male students, you know, how involved are they, or are there like specific tasks that would also motivate them to join in, or is it like girlish stuff?
Thank you for the question. Yes, that's the very, how to say, sad point about the uneven distribution of the gender, because almost 80% or 70% of females dance are compared as opposed to males in the Uzbek culture. And probably that's because it comes from the ancient times where the males used to be singers and the rakosas and dancers. They would dance for the khans and emirs in their beautiful big sarais and castles. But nowadays, the tradition is evolving even in a better ways. There are more males who are doing different kinds of projects, dance, choreography performances abroad. They're winning different kinds of prizes by taking part in different types of, how to say, conferences or dance performances globally. And in my case, at the World Languages University, we have less male generations compared to female. It's probably 10% or 20% males. And usually there is only one boy in the class that I taught. And he was also involved in dance. You can see him on the Lasgi part of the project.
Yeah. But other cultures, because you've tried with different participants, right? So other cultures, I think there is no much difference, right, between
there is no much
female,
difference.
Right?
They
like in
even
Uzbek culture.
there is a huge difference between the dance perception between the Uzbek culture and all other cultures.
Right. Yeah.
Here they don't have any. They don't feel any shame.
Right.
To dance, whereas in our culture it's considered to be like uyat.
I know. And that's I remember when I was in the UK, I remember I went to some event. It was Omani culture event, and like at one point, like all men stood up and they started dancing. For me, it was so surprising, like kind of, you know, considered like in Muslim culture, usually women dance, right? So like it was like in their culture, mainly Arab culture, so it's mainly men that dance. So that was really surprising for me.
Yeah, I also observed some Irish dances here, very
there are lots of couple dances, right? The couple dances in European, these folk dances, right?
Yeah, and I'm planning to visit some sort of concerts if they open at Wembley Stadium to feel such kind of delight myself.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I was really glad to see that, you know, this works both in the classroom and online as well, right? So we today witnessed some great examples of activities that you can use online as well, right? So that would be useful.
Yeah. I was just puzzling. How can I make it in online as a
I
workshop,
know, it
as a
is a
group
challenge,
activity?
right?
But
Yeah.
I wanted to, I just tweaked some activities.
Yeah,
into
great. Thank you so much. Rohade, would you be able to share your PowerPoint presentation in the group, Telegram group, Mentor Hub? So
Okay,
like
yes, no problem.
people would love, I think, to see the activities so that they can, the instructions, right?
Yeah,
they can
sure,
try
no
out.
problem.
Thank you
I will
so
share
much.
it together with my survey link, okay? Please.
Yes, please. Yes, please answer your survey questions, and then you can also spread the word to others, right? To your context, right?
Yes, yes.
If
They
so,
can ask any further questions.
anyone.
They can send me an email or
Right.
contact me through the Telegram.
Okay. Great. Thank you so much. So stay tuned for our, if you know the, thank you. So if you want to get the certificates, you know the rules. You can write to our bot Telegram group. So I also wanted to, so tomorrow we'll have another webinar. We'll be doing me and my friend Timur Davronov about Canada, about studying and living, immigrating to Canada. We will I also today announced that we'll be launching a course with Dr. Uzbek Nurmuhamedov. I think that's really exciting news. He agreed to do this. It's for small discounted price, provided that he's a US-based assistant professor. I think it would be really exciting to learn about how to design language assessment, because that's a really kind of weak point of many teachers in Uzbekistan, right? So because like there are lots of courses on kind of methodology, but the test design is kind of one of the challenging things, and he will provide feedback on whatever you design, right? So I think that's a great opportunity. So sign up. Great. Thank you so much. Yes. Take care, stay safe, and stay positive.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.